Well, hello, my algebra students. Well, we're finishing chapter 0 this week. So the homework will still start with letter P, pages. We'll start with letter P. But next week we'll be out of that letter, just be regular numbers. So we have 3 sections to do. Probability, then we have something they call central tendencies. Then they have something they call it, well, it's essentially how do you graph the information. So probability, you have a big P and then they say it's an event. What are you looking to happen? And a probability is the number of ways for a specific item divided by the total number of ways that the items can occur. Now, they use different words. I kind of like that. But let's say we have a number cube. Now, that's what you used to call dice. That is a rectangular prism that has the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I say, what's the probability you roll a 1? Well, you go, how many number ones do you have? Well, you have 1. How many different items do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you're talking about infinity and you roll a number cube for infinity, 1 out of every 6 rolls would be a 1. Now, you could go home, or you're at home now probably, or wherever. You could roll it 10 times in a row and never get a 1 because that's a small sample size. So if I said, what's the probability of rolling an even number? Well, how many even numbers are there? 2, 4, and 6. That's 3 divided by there's 6 things that can be rolled. So 1/2 the time you should get an even number. But again, we're talking about over infinity, over forever, not just 2 or 3 rolls. So what's the probability you roll a number that's greater than 3? Figure that out for me right now. Okay, well, how many numbers are greater than 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 3 out of 6. So again, if you did this for infinity, 1 out of every 2 rolls would be. Now you could tonight roll, and never get a 4, 5, or 6. But we're talking about over a large time period. So what if we're talking about a deck of cards? Now, cards have ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king, and there's 4 of them. There's spades, clubs, and there's hearts, and there's diamonds. So each suit is what they're called. I spelled that wrong. I don't know why I put 2 M's. No, there's not. That's an O. I can't even read my own writing. That is an M. Sorry about that. So there's 4 suits that go ace through king. So if I said, what's the these are red and these are black. So if I said, what's the probability I draw an ace? Well, each one has an ace, so that would be 4. And each one has 13. So ace, 2, 3, 4 is 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 4 of them, so that'd be 52. Then that reduces to 1 out of 13. Now again, if I'm drawing cards, I might go all night and not get an ace. But we're talking over the history of time, if you keep doing it. So if I said, what's the probability of getting a red card? Well, you could do that a couple ways. You could say, okay, 13, that's 26 out of 52 cards. that would be 1/2. Or you could say 2 red, 2 black, that would be 2 out of 4 cards. 2 red out of 4 suits, I should say, not cards. So good. So right now, what's the probability of getting a black 2? What's the probability of getting a heart? Oops, that's off the page. A black 2, what's the probability of getting a heart? And what's the probability of getting a face card? That means a card that has a face on it. So freeze it, do those 3, and then come back to me. Well, black 2, there's 2 black 2s. 2 spade, 2 clubs. So that would be 2 out of 52 or 1 out of 26. A heart, you could say 13 out of 52, which is 1/4. Or you could say there's 1 heart out of 4 suits. Either way, I don't know why I put it equals. And a face card is either a jack, a queen, or a king. Because in a normal deck, so it'd be 3 for each suit, so you could go 12 out of 52. Or you could say 3/13, because there's 3 cards out of a single suit. So 3 out of 13 cards. Or 12 total cards out of 52. Now they also talk about odds. I don't know why. I've never liked odds. But odds is how many happen compared with do not happen. So if I said, what's the odds, or what are the odds for the Lions season, and I said, wow, they did great this way. They won 3 games, and they played 16. Because, woo, what a good season, Lions. So the odds would be 3, because that's how many they won, compared with how many they lost would be 13. Whew. Wow, they should get bonuses. So you won't be tested on odds. I don't know why, I've just never been a big fan of odds. But let's look at football for Divine Child. Let's say we play 8 games and we win 7. Oh, we must... That one game, maybe everyone forgot to come. But what's the odds come to the game? So here we go. So win 7, lose 1. So they'd be 7-1. So like I said, not a big fan of odds. I don't know why, but won't be tested on that. But video 1 is done. Might want to get a calculator for the second video.